What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, it is great to have a victory, but it's almost comical when I'm sitting here listening to sports talk radio and when I'm listening to the different shows and stuff. I just went to Lowe's to pick up some paint. I got to do the Bears, Joe Barty, for a Bear fan out there, so I needed to get some burnt orange, which is kind of fitting because the Bears have been getting burnt all season and stuff. And of course, there's the Bears Navy, not to be confused with the Cowboys Navy. So you got to make sure you get those color coordinations just right. But coming back, I was listening to Sirius Radio and listening to the Cow Turd, and it's almost comical. It's almost comical. I want to. Here's the thing. Okay, I don't. But take your cowboy colored glasses off, or your Cowboys hater colored glasses off, and I just want to see if you notice the difference here, because we had listening to the Buffalo Bills. They lost in overtime to Tampa Bay. Okay, their defense was atrocious. Gave up almost 500 yards. Okay, now Josh Allen has been a bit of a disappointment to me because, believe it or not, I don't think you know this because they don't put this out there. But Josh Allen is getting paid $43 million a year, which is actually more than Dak Prescott has gotten. But as I listen to, Skip and Shannon, Skip Bayless, the $75 million man, because he got paid $75 million this year, his signing bonuses and all that stuff, so they make money part of the conversation. But now the funny thing is oh no, I tell you what, let's listen to what they have here. Okay, let's listen real quick.
Coaching is so good. It's so good that people will attack it. People will just sense it and feel it and attack it, and Buffalo has been exposed. As much as it hurt my wallet yesterday, as much as Buffalo has disappointed me, you have to run the football for a million reasons. It complements the pass game. It keeps your quarterback safer. It makes you more viable situationally. Everybody figured them out. There's their kryptonite. They can't run the ball. Everybody should take that game plan that Tampa used, which was just disrespectful, and use it this point forward. All right, the Cowboys won. Here's the thing about the quarterback play that's crazy in this league. Expectations are so much a part of it. We mostly know, like Rodgers and Tom Brady are the quarterback masters. I mean, they got this thing figured out before they get to the line. And then we mostly know that, like, Mahomes and Herbert and Kyler Murray are just, like, ridiculous talents. We know Dak's not that. What's concerning is when I watched Jimmy Garoppolo and Joe Burrow and Baker Mayfield yesterday, and they're better than Dak.
Okay, let me stop right there. How many of y'all, who aren't even Cowboy fans, would take Jimmy Garoppolo, who, can't stay on the field, Baker Mayfield, who, come on, would you really take those guys over Dak Prescott? Now, the key thing in here, what I want you to understand is, the Cowboys won the game. The Cowboys won the game. They are 9-4. Buffalo, whose defense was atrocious yesterday, and whose quarterback, don't quote me on this because I got to go back and see it. I think he has 9 touchdown passes and 6 interceptions, including they did have a game against the Jets in that. He has been kind of bad to the point where their offense scored all of 6 points against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I'm going to go on with this a little bit more, but I'm just wondering if you see the difference here, because Buffalo lost, Cowboys won. Buffalo is looking up at the division leader, New England. The Cowboys are looking down at the teams below them. And basically, they win next week against the Giants. They've sewn up their division and will have 10 wins. I'm not saying that Dak's playing great right now. I'm not at all. Right now, I believe that I think that calf is a lot worse than what we've been led on. That Dak is not moving around the pocket like he normally does. Dak is not following through like he was. He's not doing the Dak dance. Dak, you don't see him doing that. You don't even see him warm up on the sidelines anymore. There clearly is something wrong here. I'm not disputing that. But let's kind of keep the narrative together, because now all of a sudden he goes in this whole tirade about, the expectations were too high. He's just not that guy. You look at Pat Mahomes, and it's like, have you seen some of the numbers for Pat Mahomes lately? You remember how they were killing Pat Mahomes earlier part of the season? There are times where quarterbacks aren't playing great. It's true. But let's listen a little more. Let's catch a few more of the counterisms.
But you have to be honest about Dak. We've always said the intangibles are better than the tangibles. But if you look at Dak's 6-year career, the Cowboys have been at their best his rookie year when they were led by Zeke, and this year when they're led by the defense. I used to call it Dak and dunk. They don't throw the ball down the field. Has that real...
You do know that Dak Prescott, in his time in the NFL, has more 400-yard passing games than anybody else in the NFL. And that includes Pat Mahomes. That includes Tom Brady. That includes the bad man, Aaron Rodgers. And it's kind of funny because he was on a record pace last year before the injury. And he was playing great. Now, you can look at all the numbers, because I got to say, as you pointed out, the running game is the reason why Buffalo's not winning. Everybody this morning, because he interviewed Jimmy Johnson earlier today, and he was talking about, you got to have a running game. You got to have a running game. Well, I got to tell you, as we go through and kill Dak Prescott, the biggest 2 runs of the day were by CeeDee Lamb, your wide receiver. Zeke is not right either. Zeke Elliott averaged 3.8 yards a carry. Corey Clement averaged 3.6. And in no world should Clement and Zeke Elliott be pretty much even as far as rushing yards. If the Dallas Cowboys can't get that running attack going, because, as they pointed out, as good as everybody says Josh Allen is, Josh Allen also got the bag of money.
Merged because they don't throw it down the field anymore, or did it ever really change? The difference between Dak now he's got the bag, and early Dak is expectations. We kept waiting for, okay, he's tapped.
Nowhere in there did you hear anything about Josh Allen getting the bag, because Josh Allen has got the bag, and I got to get a haircut. Now I'm looking to see myself. Boy, this stuff is, it's dry. It's dry. I need some humidity to kind of make this thing lay down. But anyway, you hear now, he's got the bag. Expectations are there. Where's the expectations for Josh Allen, who needs a running game?
Talented, but he's gonna keep going up and up and up, like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's first year, you're like, whoo-hoo! And then his second year, he makes fewer mistakes. And the third year, he completes 73%. Like, Kyler Murray's taking these leaps and these leaps and these leaps. And Dak really isn't. So you were expecting, I was expecting, people were expecting the move up. We've seen it with Justin Herbert. First year, he could be a little overwhelmed, some bad picks, and then all of a sudden, he's eliminated the bad picks. He's got better protection. You're all looking for next level. Dak reached his...
You do know before Dak
looks and feels, and that's the kind of change looks and.
I kind of messed it up, but I'm going to leave it right there. You do know that until Dak got the calf injury, that we're talking about Dak Prescott's MVP role. Oh, excuse me, his MVP odds. Clearly, something changed. So to say that Dak has never been that in 6 years, that's out and out lie. You looked at the beginning of last year. He was on pace to shatter the single season passing record. What you have to do when you're watching the shows and things like this is to, or at least what I'd like to say you should do is, don't just go by what you hear from one source. Actually, and don't make that source Fox and ESPN, because they're all going to have the same narrative. Because they know today, this is the hot subject to talk about. Dak Prescott is bad. But guys, Good teams find a way to win no matter what. Cowboys, when they weren't on their top game, found a way to win. And that's the key here that seems to be lost in today because everybody's going through with this. Oh, Dak Prescott. How about we talk about how great that defense is? Because sometimes you can have a team that's like the 85 Bears. It wasn't that offense that ended up winning that Super Bowl. It was that defense. And in past history for the Cowboys, it's been the team. Great defense and great offense. Right now, we're going through some hiccups. We got to get the run game going again. We got to get some cohesion on the offensive line. Lyle Collins can't get ejected from a game. We got to start thinking about Tyron Smith's replacement. I would rather have this game that's a victory than Buffalo's that's a loss. And so that being said, I hope to see you guys tonight. Big game, big game, big game. Rams and Cardinals that will have ramifications on playoffs because if the Rams don't beat the Cardinals, then you got no chance in hell to try and catch them as far as home field advantage. And for the Rams, if they don't win this one, they got a rough road to hoe to make the playoffs. All right, I got some work to do in the workshop. Hope you guys join me there in a bit. Peace.